Oh, hello there, and thanks for joining Uncomplicated Math today. Today we're going to be looking at how to divide a whole number by a fraction. And by the end of this video, you'll know the steps involved when dividing whole numbers by fractions. So let's get started. So in question number 1, we're being asked to divide the whole number 8 by the fraction 1/4. So looking over to the right-hand side here under our steps involved, we can see that our first step is to rewrite our whole number as a fraction. Now, whenever we're rewriting a whole number as a fraction, we're going to write a fraction where the whole number is going to become our numerator. So in this case, our whole number has a value of 8, so our fraction is going to have a numerator of 8, and then the denominator is going to have a value of 1, because 8 groups of 1 is the same thing as just 8 when it's written. We've just written this whole number in fractional form. So now we're going to move on to step number 2, where we're going to work through the fraction division steps in order to divide the fractions. And those fraction division steps are keep, change, and flip. So we're going to keep our first fraction the same, so 8 over 1 is going to stay the same, but then we're going to change the operation here. We're no longer going to be dividing, we're actually going to use multiplication to solve this division problem. So we're going to change our symbol to multiply, and then we're going to flip our second fraction. And in flipping our second fraction, so our denominator is going to be the new numerator, and the numerator is going to be the new denominator, we've flipped this fraction to find its reciprocal. So instead of 1/4, we now have 4 over 1. And the reason this works is because when we divide a fraction by another fraction, it's the same thing as multiplying the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So now we can move on to step number 3, where we're going to multiply these fractions. So we're going to start out by multiplying our numerators. And when we multiply 8 times 4, we get 32. And when we multiply the denominators of 1 times 1, we get 1. So now we're going to move on to step number 4, where we're going to simplify the fraction if needed. And in this situation, we can't simplify the fraction, but I'm sure that you've noticed, just like how 8 groups of 1 represented our whole number of 8 in the question, 32 groups of 1 is going to represent 32 whole groups. So we're going to have a whole number in our answer. So when we divide 8 by 1/4, we get the whole number of 32 for our answer. So now we're going to move on to question number 2, where this time we're being asked to divide the whole number 5 by the fraction 3/8. So remembering our first step is to rewrite our whole number as a fraction. So our numerator is going to be the value of our whole number, which in this case is 5, with a denominator of 1. Now we can move on to step number 2, where we're going to work through the fraction division steps. So our first fraction, we're going to keep the same, but we're going to change the operation. So now we're going to be multiplying instead of dividing, and then we're going to flip our second fraction. So instead of 3/8, we're now going to have 8/3. So now we're going to move on to step number 3, where we're going to multiply the fractions. So we're going to start out by multiplying our numerators. And when we multiply 5 times 8, we get 40. And then when we multiply our denominators, 1 times 3 gives us 3 for 40/3. So now we can move on to step number 4, where we're going to simplify the fraction. And in this case, we don't have a common multiple between 3 and 40. So this is already written in its lowest possible terms, but we can't leave this fraction as is, because currently it's an improper fraction. The value of the numerator is greater than the value of the denominator. So we need to record this as a mixed number. And to do this, we're going to divide the value of the numerator, so in this case it's 40, by the value of our denominator of 3. So now working through the division steps from left to right, we can make one whole group of 3 out of 4, so we're going to write a 1 up top, and then we're going to multiply 1 times 3, which we know gives us 3. And then when we move on to the next division step of subtracting, we're going to subtract 3 from 4, which is going to leave us with 1. Then we're going to bring down the digit that's immediately to the right of the place that we've just divided, giving us 10. So now we're going to repeat this process, except this time we're thinking, how many groups of 3 can we make out of 10? Well, we know that we can make 3 groups of 3 out of 10. So up top, we're going to record the 3, and then we're going to move on to the next division step, which is to multiply. And when we multiply 3 times 3, we get 9, and then we're going to subtract 9 from 10, which is going to leave us with 1. And since we don't have any more numbers to bring down, we're done with this division problem, but we still have a remainder of 1. So when we divide 40 by 3, we get 13 with a remainder of 1. So now we're ready to record our mixed number for our answer. So we were able to make 13 whole groups of 3 out of 40. So the whole number portion of our mixed number is going to be 13. The value of the denominator for the fractional part of our mixed number hasn't changed. It's still in thirds. And then our numerator is going to be the remainder of 1 for 1/3. So when we divide 5 by 3/8, we get the mixed number of 13 and 1/3. So hopefully by now you understand the steps involved when dividing a whole number by a fraction. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.